Hello, I am Runal Pathak from ASSMS Institute of Information Technology, Pune. Today we discuss about the mutual exclusion. So centralized algorithm used to achieve the mutual exclusion. There are several resources in a system that must not be used simultaneously by the multiple processes if program operation is to be correct. For example, a file must not be simultaneously updated by the multiple processes. Similarly, the use of unit record peripherals such as tape drives or printers must be restricted to a single process at a time. Therefore, exclusive access to such a shared resources by a process must be ensured. This exclusiveness of the access is called as a mutual exclusion between the processes. And the sections of a program that need exclusiveness access to shared resources are known as a critical section. For example, mutual exclusion prevent the process from executing concurrently within their associated critical sections. So to achieve the mutual exclusion, or you can say for implementation of a mutual exclusion, the two conditions must be satisfied. First condition is the mutual exclusion. It means that at any time only one process should handle the resources. What it means, if multiple number of process try to enter in a critical section, so only one process allow to enter in a critical section at a time. In that case, other process which are requesting to enter in a critical sections are entered in a queue, and this queue is maintained by the process coordinator. Second condition to satisfy the mutual exclusion is no starvation. So every request must be granted. The process which is requesting to enter in a critical section, so each process to allow to enter in a critical section one by one. So after releasing the critical section by one process, next process are in a queue allowed to enter in a critical section. So it will be useful to achieve the. In a single processor system, mutual exclusion is implemented using the semaphore, monitors, and similar construct. But in a distributed system, there are three approaches to achieve the mutual exclusion. First, centralized approach, second, distributed approach, and third is a token passing approach. Centralized algorithm to achieve the mutual exclusion is a simple and straightforward algorithm. So we'll see how it works. So in a centralized algorithm, if there are the multiple number of processes working each at the same time concurrently, so among all the processes, one process is elected as the coordinator, which is known as a process coordinator, who having the responsibility to coordinate the entry to a critical section. When any process wants to enter in a critical section, so first of all it will send a request message to the process coordinator and says that yes, I want to enter in a critical section, to starting which the critical section in which it wants to access the number of resources. So if no other process is currently in that critical section, then the process coordinator send back a reply message and grant permission to the process to enter in a critical section. When the reply arrives, the requesting process enters into the critical section. But if another process requesting to access the same critical sections, so in that case, the process coordinator maintain a queue on its side, and it will record the other processes who want to enter in a critical section based on first come first serve. And already a process in a critical section, in that case the next coming process is recorded in a queue, and it is ignored or blocked until the first process exits the critical section and send a release message to the coordinator stating that it has exited. So whenever the process which is in a critical section will release the critical section, so in that case the first process in a queue is allowed to enter in a critical section. So we'll see one example how the mutual exclusion is going to be achieved with the help of a centralized algorithm. If you see now here, there are the 4 number of process, and process 3 act as an process coordinator, and remaining 3 process try to access the resources by entering in a critical section. So for example, the process 1, which is requesting coordinator to enter in a critical section. As Q is empty, it means that there is no any process already in a critical section. And if no any process in a critical section, then in that case, process coordinator will allow the process 1 to enter in a critical section. So when the process 1 is already in a critical section, and meanwhile process 2 try to enter in a critical section by sending the request message to enter in a critical section. So in that case, process coordinator will enter that process 2 in a queue, because as already process 1 is in a critical section, and it will not send any reply to the process 2. So it means that the process 2 is blocked till the end of the process 1. So whenever process 1 will finish its task, it will exit from the critical section by sending release message to the process coordinator. So after getting the release message from the process 1, so process coordinator, that means process 3, allow the process 2 to enter in a critical section. So on receiving reply from process 2, so if there is any another process try to enter in a critical section, that process is allowed to enter in a critical section by the process coordinator. So these algorithms ensure the mutual exclusion, because at a time the coordinator allows only one process to enter in a critical section. So what are the advantages of centralized algorithm? So first advantage is that it ensures a mutual exclusion. That means that only one process is allowed to access a critical section at a time, and remaining all the process, those who are trying to access critical sections, the queue is maintained, and that process are going to be recorded in a queue. So as soon as one process completed or exit the critical section, next process which is in the queue allowed to enter in a critical section. So second advantage is no starvation, and third is centralized algorithm is simple to implement and requires only 3 messages. First one is a request, second is reply, third one is a release message. So only 3 messages are required. So we can say that it is easy to implement. Now there are few drawbacks of also for this centralized algorithm. So disadvantages of this centralized algorithm is that the coordinator is a single point failure. It means that if the coordinator get fails, or the process which act as a coordinator get crash, so your whole system will be blocked. Second, if the process are normally ignored when requesting a critical section that is in use, they cannot distinguish between the dead coordinator and permission denied. And another one is that in a large case, if there are multiple number of processes, or you can say that large number of processes are there, then a single coordinator can be cause a bottleneck problem. So these are the few disadvantages of the centralized algorithm to achieve the mutual exclusion. So to overcome this problem, the next suggested approach is a distributed system approach. So in next session, we will see this distributed system algorithm to achieve mutual exclusion. Thank you.